Hey everybody, welcome to SmashPad's Top 10 Games of 2025. This is number 9, Blueprints, as we have the need to create some blueprints out here. This is day 15 I think I am on. Um, this is a game that did not make my top 10, uh, unfortunately, mostly because I kind of got to a point where I think I progressed a number of... Oh, I forgot. I didn't know you could do this with the touchpad. Okay, this is on the PS5 version. Um, I have a bunch of the rooms available. A bunch of the yeah. Here I can look at like my other days, all that kind of stuff. I didn't know they changed like the look of the house and all that, which makes sense, I guess. This is also updated to 2.0. They had a new update that I had not checked out. So yeah, we got our blueprint here, and yeah, this is a roguelite puzzle adventure game, I would say. You're trying to fill out this house here with new rooms and try to get your way to the antechamber. And there's a little more complication there, but so there's going to be a little bit of spoilers in terms of other things that can happen in this. As I don't have my coins. Okay, I must need to deal with that. I'm trying to remember what all the buttons do. Thought I might have a run button here. Oh, that's right. I hit the left trigger. So I've unlocked the basement here. These things don't do anything as much as I would like them to. Okay, protects you from the negative effects of the next 3 red rooms drafted. Ooh, that sounds good. Make an offering, receive a blessing, trading posts. Let's try the shelter, because I don't know that I've done a shelter yet. But yeah, this allows you to get an extra room out here. Obviously, you're losing a few steps along the way. Trying to see if there's anything else down here. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, we should be able to find some things. And this is sort of game where you want to pay attention to details in the environment. So there's like a time lock safe. Oh, I got access to a computer. Okay. Time lock save. Accessed by setting an unlock date and time. Use any date and time as long as it's at least 1 hour in the future. Once unlocked, the time lock safe will remain open for 4 hours. Oh boy. Oh no, what? Is this real time? Um, I do not know about any of this. Radiation monitor. Experiments conducted in Mount Holly's. Okay. It doesn't seem like it's going to be that high. Yeah. I can log into the network. Oh god, I don't know what the password is. So this is the sort of game where you want to take a lot of notes, and I could show you. Let's see, I think I would have to go. I'm trying to think the most efficient way to get there, and I'm probably just going through here and going through albums and finding the blueprints one. Um, okay, blueprints is probably. I have not played this in a bit, so it's probably down here a bit. As I wait for, let's see. There it is. 1.2. Yeah, that makes sense. So I would take a picture of a lot of things here and also notes and such. So this is the sort of game that wants you to do that kind of stuff. I've seen people say that they have taken or filled up notebooks with a lot of notes and such. And so yeah, there's like ones of explaining how some potential good guides for how you draft things. And it's like, oh, there's a ton here. Here's me in one of the computers. It explains, the terms of this game, and there's a lot of little things for the way that these things work and all that. And so it's the sort of game where I would deal with that stuff and then be like, okay, I need to deal with that. Ooh, there's a note here. Remember where you are for now, given that the Red Guard is due tomorrow. Agree with your plan to disable remote access to the other terminals and have sealed the network mainframe. Across the danger, I'm still not willing to risk removing shelter from the pool while the three of you are down there. Best bet is to sit tight and hope for a little bit of luck. So, something happened there. There's no ladder walking. At least we get some bonus of the red rooms. So if I had the password on me, and it's probably in that dozens of things there. I think I even ordered a notebook. I have it in a box or something somewhere that I could start writing in, but it's the sort of thing where you get to a point where there's like so many threads of things you can and do probably want to keep track of that I ended up kind of losing track of everything and kind of just took a break and never came back. So there's that whole area. It's like one of the other things that you get access to. Wait, room directory? No. There's more over here. There's a path down here that goes into some places. So yeah, as I said, there would be some spoilers. I don't know a ton of everything that goes on in this, but I do know that there are things that go on. There's a tunnel down there with some stuff that happens there. I don't think I'm at the place of dealing with that. There's this, so I imagine there's a way to get to that. Is there more down that way? No, it doesn't look like it from up here, but I'm also losing some steps. So there's things down here that you deal with. But let's go into the room because this in the house because this is where the main stuff. So we'll try to make a run, but I got another 10 minutes or so here, so we'll see what we can do. All right, so that can give me 10 more steps. So also I should show this so you can see. I guess these aren't really great starting rooms. There's obviously strategy for things, for how you're doing things here. And it's been long enough that I might not remember exactly where everything is at. Make sure I get some coins. Storeroom can give me a little bit of everything. Closet can get me 2 items. Let's get the closet here. I get the dice. So I can re-roll. And then this is a gem, which you can also use to essentially re-roll. Or whatever. That's right, my allowance. I got allowance now. This is the thing that explains what's going on here. Okay, so we've done all that. Here's like, you'll find more things like this. Time you enter a room. And so you're picking things here because they will not show up again. And so the den is something I want to get. Another gem. Oh, thought I picked it up. There we go. And this is a clock. It has time advancing, so there's, as we've seen, there's some time stuff going on. Let's go here. This does not require a key. I can get a key that way. Yeah, let's get the nook. I'll get a key at least. Out of here. And these rooms tend to be pretty static. They're not like any random things will show up here. These are like things I've noticed before. Yeah, this says right here, you should probably scribble down your notes and observations. Pass grab paper, perhaps most fittingly a journal, will provide you an invaluable tool. But they don't have anything like that in this game, which is a shame. And I mean in the game. like a way that you could potentially like take, let's say, photo mode screenshots of things and keep track of it there. They're very much like you shouldn't be doing that. I think we'll get this. This will help us keep options up here. I forget if there's. Let's see. Nope, just brightness controls. No. I thought there was an option for having that up at all times. The house thing, but maybe that's something I'm missing here. Alright, so what do we have here? Because there is some elements of, hey, these kind of rooms are better to build here. So yeah, we get the spare room. This might have some things in it. Okay, there. That's right trigger. This sometimes has stuff in it. Sometimes it doesn't. But you also notice like art and all that kind of stuff that can be used as a little bit of flavor, or it might actually have some better use. So this is all bad because it means we're going to only be able to progress here on the west wing. So I'm going to redraw. Yeah, this is a red room. That requires a gym, adds a locker room, a sauna and pump room to today's draft pool. Okay. That works for what? Okay. Banana will get us some extra steps. Food usually does. So I'm guessing there's going to be a way to drain this pool and potentially get something out of it. I don't know what. At least that seems like why they would mention it. Odds of drawing a specific floor plan may differ depending on the room. Some are more rare than others. Okay. How's this gonna look? Okay, this is a puzzle room. Whenever you enter, you lose 1 coin, and we do have the ability to negate that. I might just do this. This will be a nice little parlor room. So this is, yeah, this is the puzzle box here. We're gonna take this. And so yeah, basically there will always be at least one box which is true, as a true statement on it. One that will have a false statement, but only one box has a prize. The other two are empty. So you gotta use the logic here. The gems are not in this box. Okay. The gems are in this box. So this could be true, but also not have the gems in them. This could be true and also have the gems in them. The white box is true. So one is lying. And one is false. So you could have one that's true here or two that's true. This could be true. And that would mean it could be in either of these. This could be lying and saying it's in this box. And that would be lying. So if this is true, these both end up being lies. But if this is a lie, then it would be the one that has the gems in it, and these would be lying as well. So that can't be the case. Right? If that is telling if that is lying, it's saying it's in this box, but these could not be either of these could not be true. That would have to be a lie because they are not in this box. This would be saying that one is the white one is lying or is true. And then that doesn't make any sense. So It's definitely not blue. So this one is true. It's whether it's the black box or the white box. And so either this is lying and it's the black box, or this is lying and the black box could also be lying. Or wait, that one's telling the truth. One of these has to be lying. So this is lying, it's in the black box. This could be lying, that means it's in the black box. Which must mean it's in the black box. Right? Because all three of these can't be true. This can't be true. That would be saying this is true. That has to be in the black box. Unless I messed myself up. There we go. There we go. Some of them are generally easier, but sometimes they're tough ones like that. And I'm just taking a look around just in case there might be some extra things, so. Alright. Remind you where we're at. This would end this area. This requires a gem, which we have. Do inventory of all items currently in the house. This is probably worth getting. And so this has a lot of information. Blue memos are true, red are lies. I don't think we've had any memos yet. This shows all the different locations. This is a delayed version of what I am doing. Yeah, see. Though it's not turning the way that I am. Yeah. That's a little trick thing that's doing there. Yeah, this is another computer we can get on. I can view the estate inventory, so I've not missed anything. The keycard system. System settings. The security level. Determines the amount of keycards and security doors that will be deployed in your estate. You expect to see 1 or 2 with a low setting, 5 or 6 with a high setting. So we'll go low. Offline mode. Have them be unlocked. Turn as a default setting the security doors if the power is lost. Safety rule, offline mode should be set to unlocked if any staff are working on the estate. Okay, so we've done that. I know there's potentially the antechamber you're trying to get to is tied into that, so I forget what the login is. I'm not going to look it up for the sake of this, but oh, here we go, red and blue. So this one's lying. Antechamber has been unlocked and access levers are no longer required to grant, so it is locked. Keycard access security doors more likely to appear in the higher ranks of the estate, so the further in is the higher ranks. As a redundant security measure, normal doors in the estate will also be more likely to be locked as you progress north. So these are the higher ranks up here in the top. Lower ranks is the east wing and the west wing. So like the west wing hall would only appear on the west wing side of the house. Is that the Westgate path? There's also the apple orchard that has been unlocked. That gives me 20 extra steps, and this gives me another room I can call on. So yeah. There's a lot of information like that you have to kind of juggle, and so that can take a toll at a certain point. Let me try an east wing. It's gonna go down. That could be good. We could Yeah, we'll get that. We'll get some coins. There'll be a shop that shows up. Yeah. Also note. 50 steps should be more than enough, so I think an even spread. 5 apples, 5 bananas, 5 oranges. So I would take like a screenshot of that. This will get me some more stuff. Let's see if we can get something we can stash here. Okay. This will be good. This is a neat room. You have to get to rank 8. That's coin there. Key there. Gem there. And so like the pictures you see is something that changes. I forget if they tie into anything. That might be something you look up a guide or a wiki for. But yeah, we're kind of running out of time. So let's see what else we can do here. I'm not going to rush anything because it's not that sort of game. Oh boy. This is seeking to end this area, so we'll have to run this. Here's the shop. Another one. Commissary will be closed from days 12 to 16. So that's lying. So yeah, some of these might mention like what password. Like yeah, here's the password. Terminal password. So I could look that up closer. Day 20 and 21 probably are going to be a 50% off sale. So I get some gems. I get a salt shaker. I don't know what that's for. Sledgehammer, which I believe will let me break things. Let's get a sledgehammer. Why not? Why not? Might be stuff in these at some point. But there's an arcade machine. Irja blocks. But yeah, there is like a whenever you enter the gymnasium, you lose 2. This will get counted out. So, ooh, I didn't know we had this kind of room in here. Start tomorrow with 20 extra steps. Why don't we do that? That'll favor me at your plate, but we get a weird key, a deposit box key. Okay, 233. Okay. I'll get 20 more tomorrow. That'll be nice. Yeah, I think we're gonna wrap it up here pretty soon. But yeah, like this, there's a magnifying glass you can find that will feed into that. Okay, now we got the pool. I think, yeah, we're just. Yeah, so now I got the sledgehammer and the vault key. I was just like looking like, what is a sledgehammer? I think I've used it before. Chapel. Okay, this would be good to have. This gets me another out. Less common floor plans while drafting in the library. The library is cool because this is where you rent or borrow books. It's not going to take a coin. 1, I don't have any coins. 2, it's negated. As it says there, sheltered in the bottom corner. Alright. Sometimes there's stuff on the floor here. Maybe not today. Sometimes they're up here too. But again, not today. Okay. But yeah. Wait. Okay, never mind. Let's go this way. Guest room. Control water flow throughout the estate. This is a cool room. So is the garage. This is a cool room because it's essentially a big puzzle. Oh, this is different than the one I've seen. Okay. The aquarium, reservoir, fountain, pool. Okay. What am I doing here? Oh, is this Oh no. I was wondering if this would be one of those puzzles where you move the water around, but I guess not. I don't think I've been in this room. Does this suck the water out? Um, okay, I don't know quite what's going on here. Oh. The pool going down. Look at that. That's full. Then this one takes some as well. Wait. Yeah, okay. This one doesn't need any more. Okay, well, I think that's gonna do it for this video. Oh, hey, here's this. How do I pump it into this? Seems like it's got plenty of water. Um, but yeah, that is Blueprints. That's on. Oh, is that on everything? I think. Let me double check here, but it's at least on PlayStation, Xbox, PC. It's also on PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium if you have that. Yeah, no Switch version yet, but I assume they'll bring that probably sometime next year for that. But yeah, we're gonna call it there. So thank you all for tuning in. That's Blueprints. That's a game worth checking out. It's a very cool game. Um, I feel like at this point I might just start over or get that notebook and like write stuff down. But I feel like it might be better just start over and start from scratch. Which may be dangerous because now I know enough that my character might not have unlocked for a while. Um, I don't know, but yeah, thank you all. Hope you have a good one, and we'll see you next time. Check out the other videos for what else is on our Game of the Year list. So this is again number 9, Blueprints. Thank you.